is the Bulldog on Real Talk 1160, and of course we got the cameras rolling. And Sensible Don, since he's going to do the last 40 to 30 minutes of the day's show, he's got his sidekick in here, Alex. So
hello.
She becomes like, okay, when you get in this chair, that means she's not a sidekick to a sidekick. She's a sidekick to a host.
No,
Yep,
this
I
is
graduated.
This is how it works. Sensible Don in for Eric, the Bulldog Deters, with my sidekick, Alex.
Yeah,
Now,
I like that.
Now I just gotta make a comment because this TC has warned me, because TC's loyal to me.
Yes, he is.
Unlike you, that you all were plotting my design. They were whispering.
That's right.
When I came in here.
Yes.
And so therefore, I'm gonna have fun. I just heard right before we came on the air. I overheard your sidekick say to you, she had to look up what voyeur was.
No, she didn't.
I did. Because
Now,
when,
Sensible Don, do all men know what voyeur is?
Oh, man, no.
The stories I could tell you about my personal experiences
We don't
with
put that
voyeurism.
on. Don't put that on there.
But we're not going to get into that. You know, they always say men are visual creatures.
No doubt about that. No doubt about
How
that.
are we not visual creatures?
And I've been schooling. I was trying to bring into the real world. The child is still young.
I know.
But she's beautiful, so that's all right.
Thank you.
That's all right. She can do whatever she wants.
Did you hear where your good friend, Henry Belafonte,
Harry.
I think he's a Henry. Harry Belafonte says that Barack Obama lacks a moral compass. This is from a buddy.
This is from a real activist.
Did you also see where there was a poll taken? 59% of this is an incredible poll. Those people that considered themselves conservative, of all the GOP candidates, 59% could feel okay with Romney. He was first. Newt was second. Then those that considered themselves liberal or independent thinking, 59%, 20 points ahead of Newt, who was in second. So those people who are Republican, who consider themselves conservative or liberal or independent, Romney gets 59% in both groups. Game over.
Game is over. No doubt about it.
We already declared him, of course, yesterday.
Yeah, but the
you
fact
know what? We ruined the drama, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
By announcing he was the nominee yesterday, that's kind of killed the
The drama's over with. I mean, once they start the negative ads, you know he's the man to knock out.
And our good friend Herman Cain, who, by the way, I get into my nice Ford F-150 truck, which gets serviced and repaired when I wreck it at Rocky Automotive. I get in the truck. I'm not kidding you. I'm not making this up. The song coming in as I turned on the starter. Rock me like a hurricane.
Kane's still on your man.
Well, he was, because last night I listened to him on Hannity, and Herman Cain, the surprise unorthodox announcement, it's clear it's going to be Romney. He said he was pretty disappointed with his colleagues picking on him about the equity capital, the venture capital, that's part of life. He says sometimes you got to downsize to grow.
Right.
He said he had to do that with Godfather's Pizza. So I don't think there's any question, Herman. And remember, Cain and Romney were buddies in the beginning of the campaign because they were the quote-unquote only two in the quote-unquote private sector.
Well, Kane said something on The View that I thought was interesting. He said, you know what? All of us.
Did he grab any of the women when he was on The View?
And he kind of was reaching for that blonde.
No, he wasn't.
Yes, he was. Yes,
You're
he was.
supposed to say no, he wasn't.
No. He was kind of gravitating to that blonde, which I don't blame him. I don't blame him at all. I ain't got no problem
You
with
talking
him.
about Elizabeth?
Yeah, whatever her name is.
Red Fox used to call out her name all the time.
Yes, Elizabeth.
I'm coming, Elizabeth. Here I come, Elizabeth. Oh.
You do a pretty good Red Fox.
When I want sympathy, what do? He's Red Fox always did Elizabeth. I got to come up with something.
Yeah, sooner or later. But Kane said, the fact is that Kane said he's going to make this unorthodox announcement and pointed out the fact that none of these people really hate each other. We are all friends, but when we run for this office, we beat up on each other.
And you know what? Everything that they say bad about each other now, here's what's going to happen when they all get behind Romney. Yeah, I said all that, but you know what? He's a hell of a lot better than Obama.
That's exactly what it is. That's exactly
They're
what
all going to say, yeah, we have disagreements, but he's a hell of a lot better than Obama. And everybody's going to say, yeah, you're right. Quote of the day, speaking of all this venture capital, labor versus capital. Labor is prior to and independent of capital. Capital is only the fruit of labor and could never have existed if labor had not first existed. Labor is the superior of capital and deserves much the higher consideration. Abraham Lincoln.
Without labor, there is no capital. You got that right.
Today in history, the U.S. House rejected in 1915, 2004 to 174, a constitutional amendment giving women the vote. Why the hell did they change their mind?
No,
I mean, what the heck happened, Alex? I mean, why did they change their mind? In 1915, they get the vote right, 204 to 174, and now we got this amendment that gives you guys the right to vote. What the hell happened?
You want to answer? You really want to answer, don't you?
And I just want to tell everybody, those people that are just tuning in, I'm joking.
No. The Pillow Talk got that vote changed.
Yeah, I'm sure it did.
That's exactly what happened.
I thought it had something to do with Boardwalk Empire.
Yeah,
I like that show.
That's a good show, isn't it? You
I like that show.
Now, Alex, what was the first state that allowed women to vote?
Ooh.
This is an easy one.
No, it's not.
She doesn't know what voyeur means.
No, I did have to look that up.
It's Wyoming.
All right. I was going to say that.
Sure you were.
No, I wasn't.
1940. Honesty, there we go. 1948, the Supreme Court ruled that state law schools could not discriminate against applicants because of race. Ain't nothing wrong with blacks being lawyers. They deserve to be anything they want.
That's right. Absolutely.
1959, Barry Gordy founded Motown Records.
Best movie ever made.
Maybe our producer, besides doing his homework back there, or grading papers, whatever he's doing, maybe he could find a Barry Gordy Jr. Motown record sometime during our show. This is what I do after I pen a paper, you see.
Clear it up.
Birthdays today. We got some good ones. Rob Zombie. Who the hell is he?
Alex.
Now, Alex probably know who that is.
You don't know who Rob Zombie is?
No, who's Rob Zombie?
Oh, he's really weird, and he produces some weird movies, and he's a singer. He's just odd.
He's just an odd guy?
He's a weirdo.
All right, odd guy Rob is up today. Howard Stern.
Stern's
Shock
birthday.
radio jock. By the way, how hard is it to be a shock radio jock and just say crazy stuff?
That's not hard at all.
Pretty easy.
Yeah, we can do that every day.
Christy Alley, her birthday today.
Kirsty, and who cares?
You know what? I just say Christy, okay? Because I think she looks like a platypus duck. She does. She looks like a duck.
Christy
And in
Alley.
fact, she's a fat duck.
Look, in her day, she was fine.
Yeah, but her day was long
Yeah,
past,
that's
baby.
true.
When she was in Star Trek,
Hey, I got to ask
she
you a
was
question.
tough.
People that are that heavy, okay? And low, who am I to criticize to some extent? But if you're as fat as Kirsty Alley, why in the hell can't you start eating salads instead of cheeseburgers?
That would make sense.
I mean,
would
if
make
you're
sense.
that fat, don't you want to click say, hey, you know what? Maybe I should eat salads instead of cheeseburgers.
Especially when she used her body to make money.
Now, the biggest and baddest. Now, this is interesting. They share a birthday. We learned some things in birthday segment.
Absolutely.
Rush Limbaugh's birthday today.
Put them together.
Same as Howard Stern. Shock jock, political talk. And by the way, I've decided that we are going to carve our own niche. You know what we're going to be?
I'm listening.
No more serious talk from the Bulldog. You know these rants where I say, let's take over Washington?
Yeah.
The hell with that. Nobody cares.
That's right.
I'm going to become the Jon Stewart of conservative talk radio because there isn't one. So, Jon Stewart's the liberal Jon Stewart. I'm going to be the conservative Jon Stewart.
Bulldog, you're
Look
already.
at TC. He's so happy. He goes, man, he's going to talk about guns in Washington anymore. Oh, my God. Thank God.
I was just thinking,
You know what?
Kirstie Alley and Rush Limbaugh, same age, same weight.
That's a good point.
He might be a little smaller.
No military deaths today. Guess what the forecast is? Rain, snow shower, scattered flurries. Now, what's the difference between a snow shower and scattered flurries?
You hope the snow shower.
You know what?
don't
How much
stick.
time do we got till the break?
About 30 seconds before we get the music, so we got about a minute to.
We got a minute? Now, the hell with the music. Then I want to hold the music. I got to hold the history story. Let me see if I can tell the joke. See, we could tell the joke. An old man goes to a magical wizard. By the way, I haven't read this joke, so I hope it doesn't suck. An old man goes to a magical wizard to ask him if he can remove a curse he has been living with for the past 40 years. The wizard says, maybe, but you have to tell me the exact words that were used to put the curse on you. That's easy, the old man replies. I now pronounce you man and wife.
Yeah, you should have pre-read that.
I agree. By the way, Bulldog Nation has sent me 3 jokes, which I've given to Sarah to post. We got 3 really good jokes coming up. I mean, really good jokes. By the way, I just thought of another good joke dealing with a willy whacker. I think I could probably make it PG. When we return, feel good song, maybe some Motown, Shakespeare. And we're going to bash Obama because I am the Jon Stewart of conservative talk radio, home of Real Talk 1160.
Tonight, the Nords look to go 13-0 as they take on Missouri S&T. Tip-off is set for 8:30. Danny Wright and Mike Tussey hit the air at 8:05 right here on Real Talk 1160. My mouth isn't working right. Back to the Bulldog.
That's all right, White TC. You're all right, man. We got your back.
I appreciate that.
We got your back.
Hey, TC, I want to hear your best ghetto voice.
I left it in my other jeans.
Okay, how about your best homeboy voice?
That's in the back pocket. It's in my back pocket.
Can you do a white voice?
Oh, yeah.
You know, I like Eddie. I like what Eddie Murphy always did. Eddie Murphy and Eddie Griffin. They always go, "Hi, man, how you doing?"
It's like it becomes nasally.
Yeah, hi, how you doing?
Oh, how are you guys? We
Jump up
doing
an
okay,
octave
guys?
or something.
Bulldog, I got a complaint for you. Why you want to match Jon Stewart when you are now the man? You are now, Bulldog.
No, I'm not going to ever say
Right
that again.
there.
The Bulldog is already a conservative humorist.
Yeah, people come up now and threaten people with Bulldog. I'm a
man.
Bulldog.
I'm my own man.
That's right.
All right, little history here. 1 month after he became president, Theodore Roosevelt invited a prominent educator to dinner at the White House. The 2 men had a quiet meal with Roosevelt's wife, Edith, and a family friend. The result was a national controversy. Roosevelt's guest was Booker T. Washington, the head of the Tuskegee University. Tuskegee. My bad, I got tongue-tied. University and first African-American to be invited to dine at the White House.
Right. Oh. He was
good old Booker T. Reaction in the South was explosive.
Oh,
White men of the South, how do you like it? Shouted the New Orleans Times Democrat. White women of the South, how do you like it? Damnable outrage at the Memphis Schemater? What the hell's a schemater? Roosevelt dines a darky, said the Richmond Dispatch. Southern politicians were also quick to condemn Roosevelt. No self-respecting Southern man can ally himself with the president after what has occurred, thundered the governor of Georgia. Hate mail and death threats poured into the White House. Wow. The intensity of the response surprised Roosevelt. No one could possibly be astonished as I was, he wrote a friend. Publicly, he declared that he wouldn't back down to those criticizing his dinner with Washington. I shall have to dine just as often as I please. Him dine is just as often as I please. This is a stain on Roosevelt's record, by the way. Nevertheless, while Roosevelt continued to consult Washington, Booker T., and met with him again at the White House, he never again had him to dinner.
Think about it. But he stood up once. That counted.
He did.
Stood up once. And
First man.
They had that problem with Booker T. Washington in 1912, something like that?
Yep.
In 1957, they had the same problem with Harry Belafonte touching a white woman's hand. Like I reach over and touch out. The sponsors went away. That won't happen today.
Roosevelt was the first president to ride in a car,
Yes.
fly in an airplane, ride in a submarine,
Kill a bear.
and dine with a black man in the White House.
He killed a bear.
He killed a bear.
Yes. He was a great hunter.
He also saved a little cub. That's how he got the nickname
Davy
Teddy.
Crockett.
Yeah,
Aw.
saved the bear.
You know, it's rainy and cold outside, and here I am sitting here. You know what I'm dreaming about?
Tell me.
This is going to be so corny. I'm dreaming of California. You know, don't you dream of California on days like today?
Florida.
Huh?
Yeah,
Florida Keys.
Florida?
Yeah, Florida Keys.
Hey, there's not a
absolutely.
song called Florida Dreamin'.
Don't matter.
There's not a Florida Dreamin' song.
You want the truth?
It's a California Dreamin'.
I ain't interested in California.
I love this
Florida
song.
Keys.
I find this song dreamy. I find it haunting. Don't you, TC?
Yes, I do.
What harmony? They call this harmony. I know music. It's called harmony.
You sure about that now?
Yeah.
It's not falsetto?
It's amazing how a skinny woman, a fat woman,
Yeah.
and 2 hippies can have great harmony together.
Is that Mama Cats?
There's Mama Cass, baby.
Is it true that a ham sandwich killed him?
Stopped into a church. You ought to go to church every once in a while, TC. I mean, a Sensible Don.
Hey, look,
I know TC goes every week.
I went to church a month ago and I saw a performance that I will never forget.
What was that?
They had Ladies' Day at my sister's church, and they performed.
Were they as hot as
At church?
Mama Cass?
Oh, absolutely. They was dancing. They was big as her dancing in the aisles.
Oh, my goodness. There was a girl in a bikini. Bring her back. Rewind that. Rewind that, TC. You know, those guys kind of look like the Beatles.
Oh.
Look at this guy. He looks like he needs a tambourine. He's a little sissy kind of looking dude there.
Look at Mama Cash. She's
Yeah,
moonwalking.
she's moving there.
Oh, my God, she is.
Yeah, she's getting into it.
Moonwalk before the moonwalk.
By the way, we have another coming up sometime during the show. We're going to play the first single off the new Van Halen album.
Van Halen
Yeah.
is touring again.
They're touring again with Diamond Dave,
You
baby.
going to see him?
Yes, they're gonna open at February 18th, I think, in Louisville.
Are they
at the
really?
Yum Center.
Really?
First gig is going to be at Louisville.
We're there. We're all going.
Sounds
Oh,
good,
the
Bulldog.
leaves are brown.
That would
The
be a good show for
skies
you to
are
open.
gray.
Why don't you open for that show?
You know, I couldn't sing harmony. I sing monotone. I've had a few bands ask me, "Hey, Bulldog, you want to sing monotone for our band?" I say, "No, man, I ain't got time to sing monotone." Because every good band's got a monotone.
Oh,
You know, kind of like Joe Buck. He'd be a good monotone singer.
you kind of.
You know, I've never done this before. While I've been at the radio station. I'm putting my feet up.
He's got
I'm
a shoe
actually.
in my face.
I'm gonna have to admit, I'm panning for the camera. How about some Shakespeare for the day?
Why not?
Children which fathers looked but with their eyes, fathers that children with their judgment looked, and either may be wrong. God, Shakespeare is deep.
You love him, don't you?
I do. Word of the day, brazen. This is for you.
Yeah, brazen.
Sensible Don is brazen.
You have to be
Excessively bold, brash, clear, and obvious.
That's right.
That's Sensible Don.
When it comes to females, it hits me right on the nose.
I love Kellogg's Brazen brand.
The dog saying of the day. It's not the size of the dog in the fight. It's the size of the fight in the dog. I love that
I
one.
like that.
Oh, my God. And then we got the Obama team. Reverend Michael Fledger. He's another spiritual mentor of Obama and mocked Hillary Clinton from the pulpit at Reverend Wright's church. After Fledger contributed to Obama's campaigns between 1995 to 2001, Obama announced $225,000 in grants to his church programs. He's part of the
Wow.
Chicago Mafia, baby.
That's called tithing, isn't it?
Yeah, by the way, have you guys ever
Or
had
tribute, I think, in Chicago.
Have you guys ever had a friend break up with you? Not a girlfriend, but like a buddy break up with you?
You're not friends anymore?
I'm not kidding you.
no.
This was so gay-like. Okay, yesterday, and I'm not going to tell you who it was. Okay, but I had a friend. Okay, I guess he's still a friend, but he wanted to have lunch, and we had lunch, and he didn't come out and just say it. But after our lunch, I thought to myself, I think he just broke up with me.
It's not you, it's me.
I mean, I'm not kidding you. It was kind of weird, man. And you know what? Later, I texted him and I said, "Did you just break up with me?" And you know what I said? I said, "That was weird. And guess what? I ain't gonna let you live this one down."
Oh,
He texts back, "No, I just want to see other friends."
But you never had that happen?
yes. And I just got one
It
question
was
for you,
weird,
Bulldog.
man. It was weird.
Did you beat him up on the air at one time?
No, but I just beat him up on the air right now, buddy. But he's going to rename Anonymous. The Jack Wagon of the day, Michael Williams. He's the Fannie Mae CEO who's retiring with millions and millions and millions.
Oh, he really feel bad about leaving with his
And we
wife.
have two oracles today. One, Bulldog Nation member Dan Lewis. Why? Because he has to be. Dan hasn't done anything. Dan, if he's listening,
No
hasn't
check,
done anything particularly great or anything
Nothing
to earn
noteworthy.
to earn the title. But he sent me an email, and he seems like a nice guy, and he asked to be an oracle.
Loyal to the show.
So I'm making him an oracle. Now,
Wait a minute, wrong one, wrong
Oh,
button.
shoot, I'm sorry.
So you were thinking one thing and doing another. It came out the water.
Dan, I apologize. I have
did that on
never done
purpose,
that.
Dan.
I have never done that ever. My apology. But I screwed that up. Not like trying to do a good deed and you screw it up.
I hate to tell
No
you this,
good deed
Dan.
goes unpunished.
Those two things on either side of the screen, you can't mix them up.
Now, Barry Larkin is the real oracle today.
There we go.
Somebody really accomplished something.
And if you would like to be an oracle of the day, just send us a request on the back of a $20 bill.
Hey, let's start taking money. I like that. And here's also that buddy of mine that broke up with me yesterday. No.
Oh, no, what again?
No, wrong one. He's a jackwagon. And by the way, I was going to put his name and call him jackwagon, but I thought he might cry. By the way, there's a movie called American Sweethearts where John Cusack and he breaks up with that Catherine Zeta-Jones character, and they're both movie stars. And this Hispanic hot model is Catherine Zeta-Jones' new boyfriend. And in the middle of this big fancy restaurant, the Hispanic guy goes up to John Cusack and goes, hey, putty boy, you a putty boy? When I do something, my wife calls me, stop being a putty boy. So you know what? To his face yesterday, my buddy, I go, why are you being a putty boy?
And he said,
what are you talking about? I said, you need to snap out of it, man. You're weird.
what did you do to him,
God, I hope
Bulldog?
he's not listening. If he's not listening, I just put the nail in the coffin for that one. Oh, dude.
I've been around for a while, but that's the first time I heard two guys break it up.
We come back. We're going to have pop call. Hey, I could have talked about if like Chuck and I broke up, he'd come shoot us.
Oh, he come down here.
We come back on Real Talk.
I love you, Chuck.
I got one less friend. Keep it going. The Bulldog had a friend dump him yesterday.
I had never experienced
Man, I tell you
before.
what, it was weird, man. I was like, I think I just got broken up with. Now, Alex, you say that you know girls who have taken girls out to lunch and broken up with them.
Yeah, it's never happened to me, but I do know girls who've taken other women
What
out.
kind of guy does that, man? Like, if I don't want to hang out with Sensible Don, I just don't call the dude.
Simple as that. I'm going to take you to
I guess
dinner.
they feel like they deserve an explanation why they're going to stop calling them.
Oh, listen to this. It started out with this because I had asked this guy if he wanted to do something, okay, for me, to help me. And he started out by, God, I hope he's not listening. But at least, hey, I'm protecting your identity.
Yeah.
It's just too good a radio. He goes, man, I'm just not feeling it. I'm like, what the hell, man? Why did you say, no, I don't want to do it? No, it was, man, I'm just not feeling it.
He's trying to be nice to you.
It's not
Yeah.
you, it's me.
By the way, this guy is a happily married guy. All right?
Oh, okay.
At least I think so. By the way, I talked straight to him. You know what I said to him? I said, listen. Listen. This guy asked me when I showed up. Here's some more weird stuff. He said, could you leave your cell phone so you don't have it? Because last time we had lunch, it was distracting that you stayed on it.
All right, I see that.
And I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, come on. When Chuck and I eat lunch, we're both texting, calling.
See, that's
guys.
That's
Guys
the
don't
first sign. He's starting to notice everything about you that irritates him. That's a
Uh-huh,
first.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And if both of you are
Well,
texting, who
it
cares?
gets better. I looked him square. See, I talk straight. I said, you say whatever's on your mind because I'm going to say what's on my mind. I looked at him and I said, I thought it was one of three things. One, you're getting divorced. Because he said he wanted to share some stuff with
serious?
me. Two, you're gay. He's going to confess. Or three, he was breaking up with me.
Yep.
Well, it was three.
Yep.
Yeah. He couldn't be gay and be breaking up with you.
Right.
No.
God, this is
He
good
could be getting
radio.
divorced. And breaking
All
up.
true stuff, by the way.
We'll always
We
have
don't
the
make-
Reds-Dodgers game of '97.
I always joke
Memories.
around about other radio stations like, my life is so funny. Why do you got to make up anything, man? All right, pop culture. The People's Choice Awards last night. and they gave an award to Morgan Freeman for the first ever Icon Award. And the dude showed up. He's like 90 years old. He's got an earring. He had some special glove on his left hand playing Michael Jackson. I used to like Morgan Freeman. He kind of weirded me out, so
I
I'm
love him.
So I'm breaking up right now with Morgan Freeman as a friend.
Morgan hurt his arm, his hand, in an automobile accident. You know that, don't you?
No, I did not know that.
He's a cripple.
I like Morgan Freeman.
I love
That's
his.
my
I love
favorite.
his.
I love him. I love his voice.
By the way, I'm able to compartmentalize because Morgan Freeman goes, "Oh, they're just trying to get that black man out of the White House."
Right.
And George Clooney yesterday gave an interview that he still supports Obama.
Yes, but that's good.
I still like George. The Academy Awards are Sunday, February 26th. The nominations are announced January 24th. And Van Halen came out with a new single, and it's called Tattoo. And do we have it there, TC?
We have it.
This is Van Halen. And by the way, Diamond Dave, I watched the video. You can go and YouTube it and see the video. Diamond Dave is dancing up a storm, baby. This is the Van Halen sound right here.
Isn't Diamond Dave 60 plus?
So much better than Ray Charles, man.
Oh, wait,
Where are these
hold,
guys
hold.
by now?
Ray Charles.
This is
my
a
man.
real musical icon right here, Diamond Dave. Look at him dancing, baby. Look at that old rocker. And look at Eddie, baby. Oh, yeah. It's called Tattoo. You got Elvis on your elbow? I got an eagle on my shoulder.
And that eagle is for what?
Hey, ask. I wonder, I got a
What?
tattoo. You got a tattoo?
Don't have any tattoos, Alex.
I have no tattoos.
Why?
I'm not into them.
Shouldn't you have your man's name?
Yeah, right.
No.
That's a curse.
Hey, I got a great story about this as we listen to Tattoo in the background. This is great. I got an eagle, all right? Now, my wife, and I agree with you, I don't like tattoos. I mean, my wife's got a beautiful, non-tattooed body. But she got a tattoo on her foot when she went to Ireland of her son wrote her, and the last words that he wrote her in a letter, she tattooed on her foot.
Now
So
that-
I accept that. You know,
Yeah,
what am I going to say?
absolutely. What can you say?
But I still wish she didn't have any tattoos.
yeah, what
but
can you say
anyway,
about that?
but she doesn't have other. I don't get. And by the way, the tramp stamp, turn off city.
Yeah.
Like everybody knows what that's there for.
What's
and you
that?
Know,
The
and
which?
you know
What is that?
A
The
tramp
tramp
stamp?
stamp.
What's a tramp
It's
stamp?
a tattoo
You don't
like
know what a
right
tramp
above
stamp is?
a woman's
It's right
butt.
above the woman's butt.
Oh.
It hangs out of her jeans.
Okay. It could
It's
be
kinda-
anything.
Tramp stamp. It
I
could
got
be
to ask you a
anything.
question.
It's just where it's
If a
positioned.
woman's butt,
Ah,
if a
gotcha.
woman's butt's worth looking at, they don't need a damn tattoo.
You got that right.
Point.
Now here's the thing I was going to say. My wife's ex had a tattoo of her name and a tattoo on his leg.
Oh, no.
He had to get a re-tattoo.
Yes, I guess he did.
Oh, see, it's always a curse. You can't do that.
I
Never
like
put
that.
someone's
Just
name
got
on
one
your body.
question, Bulldog. Did you pay for him to get that off?
Hell no.
Oh, it's horrible.
But I'm sure he was in a bad mood when he was having it done.
Oh.
Would you like to been there to watch that?
Yeah. Sorry about your luck, pal.
You are too cold.
Cold, baby.
Oh my.
Cold.
Spencer has tattoos. He's got a bunch
Spencer's
of tattoos.
got tattoos?
He's got a lot of them.
Oh, my God. So you go out with a tattooed dude?
I do.
Now,
yes.
that's a shocker.
It is a shocker.
Yeah, he's got a lot.
Let's do sports.
Goody two shoes and a tattooed guy.
Barry Larkin, man, hey, you
Goody
never
two
know,
shoes.
Goody. My wife's nickname was Saint Mary.
Did she met you? Case closed.
Yeah, I took away her sainthood.
I hope she sleep.
I hope she's sleeping too.
Sanctions are coming.
As they always do, the Reds do it right at Great American Ballpark. They're going to honor Barry Larkin. They're going to have a Barry Larkin Day. They're going to have an exhibit. They did it up right, and his family was great. His dad said he knew he was special when he was 12 years old. He couldn't strike him out.
Is that
And he
right?
goes, I was throwing pretty good. He goes, I was going to say, I'm going to teach this guy some humility. I'm going to strike him out. And he couldn't.
Couldn't do it. Yeah.
And his mom said it's about love, discipline, and rules.
Right.
Sounds like a good parent.
Well, you know what?
Byron wants to introduce him.
Yeah, which would be a good idea.
No, you have the Hall of Famer, baby.
But you are-
hey, Marty Brenneman, if you're listening, if I ever get introduced to a Hall of Fame, Marty, I'd be honored.
Marty's a great guy. I enjoy
Or
him.
Willie.
You know what? You had a shot at being Grand Marshal at the Finley Day Parade before the game this year, but Barry got that now.
He did?
Yeah, you got knocked out.
Shucks, man.
You got knocked
By the way, I
out.
was supposed to be the Grand Marshal at the Independence Day Parade. You know why?
Why?
Because I was going to give him $10,000 for the
You
fireworks.
bought your way in?
No, they said, hey, if you do this, you get this. You know what? They rejected my zoning request. I said, you can stick the 10 grand up your hiney and also your grand marshalness. The Clippers beat the Heat in overtime. Guess who is the favorite all-pro athlete?
Who?
Of all the pro athletes in the country?
Tim Tebow.
Tim Tebow.
I
You
knew
got
it.
it right.
I knew
Yeah.
Oh, you know,
Green 316.
We mentioned him being a virgin, and Alex started turning red, and she started sweating.
Right. Hey, Spencer.
They're
baby.
lying.
Hey, Spencer. Hey, Spencer, you might be in trouble after all these
those
years.
tattoos ain't gonna help you, Spencer.
NFL, the Jet players pick on Sanchez.
Oh, don't they?
They say, hey, how about Peyton Manning? How about Peyton Manning? Can you imagine two Mannings in New York?
Oh, can you imagine that?
Baylor's Griffin, baby, declares for the draft. Parker and I hoping the Cowboys take him because he's not going to go, early. Mayweather calls Manny Pacquiao a punk. He tweets, Manny, you're a punk. They moved my sentencing so I could fight you and may make a decision. Manny Pacquiao, do you got the guts to go in against Mayweather?
Oh,
I tell you what, I wouldn't want to fight either one of them guys.
But Mayweather's a tough boxer.
Hey, guys, let's talk about a race issue.
Is that
Can you
racist
imagine?
there?
Hey, can you imagine all the state prisons around? God bless you. All around the country,
Thank you.
all the state prisons, all the gangs in L.A. and New York. If you had Manny Pacquiao representing the Hispanics fighting Mayweather, can you imagine? There'd be wars over this.
It would. It would.
I'm serious.
I'm serious. They really would. You could not walk down the street.
Oh my
And
God!
holler the wrong name. You
Oh
take a
my
whooping.
God! Xavier beat Duquesne 78-50. My
him
UK Wildcats 68, Auburn 53. My wife and I watched it. The Reds Caravan kicks off January 26th, and this is bad news. Bud Selig's going to get 2 more years as baseball commissioner.
He's doing good.
Yep, he is.
Yeah, he's doing real good.
Let's talk a little local politics. I'm going to do an endorsement
You are?
right off the bat.
Okay.
The 4th Congressional District, they finally got a Tea Party person to run. This guy name is Thomas Massey. He is the judge executive down in Lewis County. And I love this. This is from the Inquirer yesterday, from the AP. He's an engineer and a businessman. He has a bachelor's and a master's degree in electrical and mechanical engineering from Massachusetts Institute of Technology, a.k.a. MIT. Do you think he can count money?
I think he can.
You think he can count money? He invented a human-computer interface that was the centerpiece of a company he founded that made him wealthy. I will acknowledge that I'm unlike another candidate coming from the private sector. Thomas, you got to get rid of the word private sector.
Yeah, please, get rid of that.
He says he's concerned about the debt and the bailouts. Listen to this. People may say I'm not experienced in government, but I would ask them how experienced were our founding fathers. They were farmers. They were inventors. They were involved in commerce, and they came together and they drafted the best document in history of civilization, and none of them were career politicians.
Absolutely.
Thomas Massey. We got to get him on the air.
I am not a politician. Is what
He'll
he
be
should
the
say.
second politician after Gene Schmidt that we finally get on our show.
That'd be good.
Politicians are chicken to come on our show.
We're moving up.
We come back, more Radio Superbity on Real Talk 1160.
Don't miss Laura Ingram. She's coming up at 9 o'clock this morning, right after the Bulldog here on Real Talk 1160. And now, back to the Bulldog.
This is Eric Deters, the Bulldog on Real Talk 1160. I just got a text message from Bulldog Nation member Ricky. Visited your website for the first time yesterday. I am so inspired by you. I'd like to break my arm and blame it on a website. I know I could win with you as my lawyer.
Absolutely. Break the arm.
I also got 2
Wow.
emails, which I left with Sarah. I forgot to bring them in. I got 2 emails this week that were awesome. One was somebody that sent me a nasty email last year. And I got this standard retort, to use TC's word, when somebody sends me a real nasty email, and I know it just probably makes them go nuts. I go, thanks a lot for your love and support. You know? So anyway,
Here's a bumper sticker.
this lady sends me this letter saying, I want to start my year out by writing a letter of apology to you. He goes, I was completely wrong about you, man. He goes, I've checked you out. I've read about you and what you're all about. She goes, I just want to apologize. And then I got this other one from some person who said, like, listen to me on the radio, like, inspires them. I mean, it's kind of cool to influence people's lives.
Is that about?
I hope they're on the jury out in Boone County. I'm going to try this case. I'll wink at them and say, "Dog, you don't know me." That's like you don't know me, all right?
This is the guy that shot his rifle, right?
By the way, if you're a member of Bulldog Nation and you're on that jury today, just keep your mouth shut.
Yeah, please.
Just say, I don't know.
Don't talk to the press.
I've never heard that guy on the radio.
Isn't that suborning?
And if you hate me, you speak up.
Is that not suborning perjury, Bulldog?
No, that's called just tampering with a jury.
Is that federal charge, right?
Of course, the judge knows this is all in jest,
Yes,
right?
this is all in jest.
Part of the show, Judge. Part of the show.
Yes.
Greece headlines. This is a true story. These are 4 headlines that came out of what's going on in Greece. Youngsters abandoned as parents struggle. 4-year-old found clutching note. I can't afford her. Country also running out of medicine. Aspirin stocks low as austerity measures bite. Ladies and gentlemen of the American jury, why do we want a gun march on Washington before it gets to where we run out of aspirin?
That's right. It's going that
And there's an Iranian nuclear professor that was taken out, baby.
I wonder why.
And of course, Israel and the United States say, what? What?
What about it?
What? A motorcycle magnet bomb. Motorcycle
Yeah.
guys by, put a magnetic bomb.
Yeah.
Boom.
Something out of Mission Impossible.
Hey,
Wasn't that
Chuck.
a song,
Hey,
Motorcycle
Chuck.
Magnet?
Hey, Chuck,
Early
Bulldog
70s.
Bulldog Mafia, just kind of figure out how they did that, just in case we need it.
Keep one of those on hand.
That was a jest. That was a jest.
Yeah, see, here's the thing. Sensible Don and Alex already know how they did it.
In politics, an angry black woman denies being an angry black woman. That's Michelle Obama during an interview. That's
the headline?
Yeah, I was gonna say, is that the headline?
That's my headline for my newsletter. Angry black woman denies being angry black woman. I wrote it myself.
I can't believe you actually. No, he didn't get that from.
I was gonna say, no newspaper put that. No.
This is great.
Oops, wrong angry black woman. Sorry.
Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie split
No.
on Obama.
My heart sank.
I'm getting good, aren't I? The videographer even filmed that one. Brad says yes to a re-election. Angelina Jolie says she's disappointed. I like Angelina Jolie better than Brad Pitt.
Angelina.
I'm having tough with names.
How about her
Tuskegee.
tattoos? I don't like her tattoos.
Tuskegee.
Remember
Right?
the Tuskegee Airmen?
Yep. South Carolina poll. A few weeks ago, up to last week, Newt was up 15 points. Romney now 23, Gingrich 21, Santorum 14. This is funny. There's going to be a punchline here. Paul 13, Huntsman 7, Rick, I like finishing 6 in every state, Perry 5. Rick Perry, will you please? Mr. Oops, just go away.
He is not going away. Every place he goes, he looks presidential.
Oh, national poll. Romney 31, Newt 16, Santorum 15, Paul 13, Perry 6, Huntsman 2. Huntsman and Perry, man.
Single digits.
Get out of there.
Oh.
I got some funny stuff about. I gotta go to my best material here on this political thing. Oh, this is great. Rick Perry's real percentage in New Hampshire. Everybody was talking about 1%, right?
Right.
1%. Well, actually, there was about 250,000 votes. Rick Perry only got 1,766 votes, which isn't 1%, ladies and gentlemen. It's 0.7.
Oh, man.
So let's not be kind to Rick Perry and round him up. Let's call him 0.7. I'm the first. I'm the first in the country because everybody's saying 1%, 1%. No. It's called Rick Oops 0.7
Oops.
Perry.
7.
That's the one. That's called.
On his tombstone, we'll say, oops, 0.7. You can't survive ridicule. Remember what that pundit said. South Carolina debate is Monday, September 16th, and then the vote is September 21st. I hope to God Romney, Santorum, or somebody turns to Rick Perry and say, hey, 0.7. What the hell are you still up here for? God, that's great. Good job, TC. Good catch. Good find. 0.7 Rick Perry. Newt, he backs up a little on the Bain attacks on Romney. John Bolton, the former UN secretary, endorses Romney. Shocker, he's a Bushy. But by the way, I like Bolton. Bolton be a good Secretary of State. New Hampshire exit poll says beating Obama is the most important issue. And guess who they think is the guy that can do it? Romney. We've already declared Romney the GOP nominee. Unverified. This is unverified information, but too damn funny. I received an email from Bulldog Nation member Lisa with 2 E's. Says that Groundhog Day is the same day that the State of the Union falls on this year. Now, I've not verified that. I'm relying upon Lisa and Bulldog Nation. Get on that computer and find out. If that is a fact, that is unbelievable. The State of the Union is on Groundhog Day.
So does that mean if the president sees his shadow,
maybe he'll go away?
6 more weeks of bad economy?
And if he does, or if he doesn't see his shadow, re-election. Oh, by the way, this friend.
Yep, that's true.
All right, verified.
Hey.
Hey, guess what? Like bonafide. I'm bonafide. Oh, true story. Let's go back to my buddy that broke up with me yesterday. True story. True story, okay? Now, this guy was just like me, all right, as far as political thought. He's sitting there across from me, eating lunch, and he goes, hey, and I've been watching MSNBC a lot lately. I'm like, oh, my God.
What happened to you?
And I swear to God, he goes, Obama's going to get reelected. He taunted me about Obama.
Yep, he's trying to break up.
Yeah,
That's
he
it. All
hates
the
you.
signs there. That's it.
Do you believe it?
I believe it.
You know what I did? This is terrible. I said, man, are you depressed? I said, you need medication. He goes, never, never, never. I said, man, you need some medication. I said, where's the guy that I used to know? Did an alien take you? What the hell's wrong with you? I mean, that's the way I'm talking to him.
Listen, you guys just grew apart. It happens in a relationship.
Oh, he said that.
No, he didn't.
He said this. He goes, we're just in different places now.
Oh my God.
Dude, he's not into you,
Now,
dude.
He's just not that into you. Yeah.
This is when I offered him a job. See, I offered him a job, and he said, I'm not feeling it. We're just in different places.
Oh, you can't buy
You know
his
what?
affection.
I'm glad he broke up with me.
You're free now.
I don't need him in my life.
You're free now.
Hey, Bulldog Nation, I got room for another buddy.
Oh my
How
God.
long have y'all been friends?
A long time.
Oh.
One less bell
We in
to
different
answer.
places now.
The
I got him left.
The Democratic National Committee is running a Romney commercial that takes the comment about him liking to fire people to the Cyndi Lauper song True Colors. It's so bad. True Colors. And it's got Romney going, I like to fire people. True Colors.
Oh, that's funny.
Have I described that for you? Do you have the visual now out there? I got to go try a case, folks. Do you believe it? I got to walk out there. And by the way, at 9 o'clock, the bell rings, and I'm defending a guy accused. Oh, by the way, this is funny. It's attempted murder. This is funny. This is funny. The cop wrote on the ticket, they charged him with murder. So the first thing I'm going to do on cross-examination of the cop, I said, did anybody die? Because why did you write murder on here?
I hope they're not listening.
Am
You
I
want to let them
missing
know what you're going to
something?
ask.
Is it attempted murder or murder?
I see you walk into court. The judge, first thing he says to you is,
Sanction.
Bulldog, Bulldog. What's your friend's name?
I found you some Motown and some Getting Back Together
Oh, yeah.
music.
What's this? What do you got for us, TC?
Jackson 5, I Want You Back.
No, I don't. The hell with him. MSNBC Obama lover.
That is too funny.
Work through. Work through.
Yes, we needed the cameras at that day. We need the cameras.
When we return, I'm going to wrap things up here and turn things over to them. Sensible Don and Alex and TC for 45 minutes. But I'm going to do one more segment. We're not done?
Yeah, we're done.
Oh, we are done? On
Yeah.
Real Talk 1160. Eric Deters, the Bulldog on Real Talk 1160. Are y'all ready for the first of all, joining us is John Bick, who is in Alex's seat until I leave. Then all three of them will be in
But
here.
it's just amazing. I mean, the change. I look over and see him. It's
John
scary.
Bick's a handsome man.
It's scary.
And he's not broken up with me.
Wait, look, I'm looking at Alex for an idea. I look, oh, what happened?
Yeah, well, I hope you think she looks better than I do, Don.
I bet.
John Bick from Robke Automotive has joined us. How the hell are you, buddy?
I'm doing great, Bulldog. How are you? Glad to hear that, you had a nice lunch yesterday. Heard that on the way in, and I'm excited to hear more about that.
Hey, this is when okay. Like this point in time, everybody understands it was weirding me out, man. And I was like giving him crap. I was like, "What the hell happened to you, dude?" So anyway, in fact, I texted him last night and I said, "Man, you need a cold slap across the face." Anyway, this is when I knew the breakup was complete. All right, we walk out of the restaurant, and I'm walking over to my truck, and he's walking to his car, like a normal breakup. And he turns around and he said, "Hey, because we have lunch every week, all right?" He goes, "Are we having lunch next week?" And I said, "Yeah, plan on." He goes, "Well, why don't we just put that off?"
No, he didn't.
And touch base down the road. So he canceled the weekly lunch.
Let's touch bases.
That's when I knew it was over.
Case is
It's
over.
official now.
You know what? I didn't want to go to lunch with his sorry ass anyway. Takes up too much time. In fact, I almost canceled yesterday because I was so tired. I wanted to take a nap. I took the time to go listen to what he had to say.
You were all to him.
Boy, was
right?
that a damn mistake. Jeez, old Pete.
Bulldog, you can't win for the
Ladies
league,
and gentlemen of the American jury, I hope you don't have a buddy breakup. And if you do, they just stop calling you. You know? Jeez, old Pete.
So, John, you ready to go out and start some cars when the snow comes tomorrow?
Yeah, well, I'm looking forward to that. We get to go out with the snow brooms and rake all the snow off them.
man,
Oh,
you're the
yeah, it's
man,
just
hey,
a
you're the
great
man. Oh.
time.
Yeah, but there'll be some fender benders in your auto body.
That
It's a
does
business.
help the body shop. Yes, it does.
Rocky Automotive does have a body shop.
We do have a body shop, and we want to make sure nobody gets hurt in any of it. We just want fender
Okay,
benders.
yes.
Just fender
Kurtzman-
benders.
People, leave them alone.
Kurtzman fixes blemishes on people, and you fix blemishes on cars.
That's right.
Oh, that sounds good, man.
We can even make your car look better.
By the
Without
way-
an accident.
By the way, I forgot the promotion of all of our sponsors, so we apologize today. If you're one of our sponsors, we'll promote you tomorrow.
No, how about today? I'll take care of that.
You got them all?
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
All
We'll
right.
take care of that.
Sensible
UTC.
Don will take. All right. Sensible Don, do you feel like you're going to be able to make it through 45 minutes with two sidekicks? I think you'll do just fine.
Well, those my major sidekick here, so I have something to look at. I can make it. Look at
Jeez,
John.
okay.
I'm sorry. I just couldn't.
Hey, here's some funny stuff on Obama. Obama's come up with this new word. Now, you're going to crack up at this. Everybody knows what outsourcing is, right? You go to India, you go to China. Outsourcing, which is a bad word. They're outsourcing. Obama has come up with this new word called insourcing. And he had this big press conference yesterday in the White House, and he had all these business people standing behind him. And a couple funny things about this. First of all, a bunch of business people, those that were invited, canceled in the audience. And they're showing pictures on Fox News of like 5 empty rows of people. And they had Joe Biden was sitting, the vice president was sitting. And apparently they went and got Joe and said, "Hey, man, we need people to fill these seats up." And they didn't do a very good job. So it was kind of embarrassing. And it was only like 20 people standing behind him. But I thought about this, John and Sensible Don. He goes, "Now, these companies working with our universities are focusing on insourcing, keeping jobs in America." And it struck me as I wrote my newsletter and blog early this morning, because, by the way, I got no sleep. I'm going to go try a case on an hour nap. But anyway, don't worry. Don't worry. My client's name is Jared. Jared, don't worry, buddy. You're going to get acquitted. Anyway, bottom line is, this is hilarious. I thought, insourcing. Well, John, that means, if his definition of insourcing, keeping jobs in America, Robke Automotive, the Bulldog, my law office, this radio station, and every employer in the country is insourcing.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
How stupid is that? Insourcing. If you're an employer, you're insourcing.
You have to
Is that
have
not stupid?
You have to have something.
What
to say, Bulldog.
insourcing? What are you talking about? If you employ people, you're insourcing.
Yeah. About as dumb as Gore inventing the internet.
Yep. But guess what? Work's coming back to the United States because it's too expensive to do it in China.
Here's another thing that it just drives me nuts when people don't say these things. Not even Romney has said this. Okay, he's been getting bashed for the Bain Capital ordeal, venture capital. And by the way, Mr. 0.7% Rick Perry. How does Rick Perry do this with a straight face? Puts his little wimpy coat on and goes down to South Carolina and stands over his microphone and he says, "This is vulture capitalism. They're like buzzards, and they pick the caucus." I wish somebody would stand up in every crowd in South Carolina for the rest of the campaign and say, "Hey, 0.7, 8.7. Do you think you're going to get 0.8 down here? It's like that 8-minute ab commercial, or that something about Mary when they had 7-minute abs. He goes, or 8-minute abs. He goes, hey, we're going to do 7-minute abs, man. Rick Perry's going to maybe try to go to 0.8 in South Carolina. He's delusional. But anyway, they're bashing, and even Romney, he's saying, hey, that's American capitalism. You shouldn't be bashing it. And then people have pointed out, hey, these were troubled companies and all of that. Ladies and gentlemen, the American jury, no one has said this yet. Even Romney. Do you know what these companies did? These weren't hostile takeovers in Wall Street. They asked for help from Bain Capital. They needed money. They were desperate straits. Whether they initiated or Bain Capital initiated, it was like, hey, we need some money. It goes on every day. People need capital, and they ask for capital. This isn't hostile takeovers. Romney himself hasn't mentioned that. I can't believe it. What does Mitt Romney go, what is wrong if a company is struggling and in trouble and needs some capital, and they contact Bain in order for us to invest in their company? Are you kidding me? And another thing, this has been pointed out that I want to stress, this is all private people's money. This isn't the government's money. So guess what? Thank God for venture capital. In fact, there's a need for venture capital. Venture capital fuels startups. Venture capital fuels investment. And venture capital leads to jobs and new companies and new industries. I mean, venture capital is important. And they're bashing it. And it's equity capital. Guess what? They took ownership stakes in it. So in exchange for money, capital going to their companies, they took ownership positions. What's wrong with that? You know what? If you own something, you're going to care a little bit more.
Yeah, absolutely.
And some of these companies fail. Like Mitt Romney personally got really involved in that doll company where they make a doll that looks like that failed. They lost everything. I mean, it's incredible. Am I right or am I wrong here?
You're absolutely right. As far as I'm concerned, money makes the world go round.
By the way, we have some good stuff from the Godfather, Bob from Aurora. Joke of the day, why don't liberals like I'm not going to use that. Green water. Gentlemen, try our limited edition Dolly Parton-shaped bottle that you can drink from either the top or the sides.
TC!
She just got a tattoo there. TC's too tied up with Alex. Look at him and eating. I just want everybody to see, look at him. It's a banana and oatmeal every day. You know what? We ought to mess with him one day. We ought to steal his oatmeal and his banana and replace it with an apple and Wheaties. He'd be like, oh.
I couldn't eat it.
Oh, I couldn't eat
I'd
it.
freak out. I'd be like Rain
You're
Man.
like Pavlov's dog. Like, yeah, like Rain Man. You know, routine. My brother Seth has this routine. It's a funny Seth story. By the way, somebody met my mom and dad at Olive Garden. He goes, are you the Bulldog's mom and dad? I said, yes. And they go, we love listening to his Seth stories. Here's a Seth story for you. Seth gets up every morning at 6 o'clock with an alarm clock, goes outside the house, gets on his golf cart, and goes over the horse barn to feed all the horses before the first people get there to work. All right? Well, my dad, because he, the 1,000-acre farm that he has, my dad bought a gator. Much fancier than a golf cart, okay? A gator. Seth has gator envy. I mean, every morning he goes out and he gets on that golf cart and he has to look over and see that gator, and it drives him nuts. And he says, I asked Dad, I get gator. He say no. I said, well, you got enough money. Why don't you go get one? He goes, it runs gasoline. I not know how start. See, a golf cart's perfect for him. He pushes the gas pedal and goes. I mean, he's put his golf cart on top of a tree once when it wrecked. A salt block came down and hit the gas pedal. He fell off and went over a lake dam and ended up in the middle of a tree. I swear to God, they had to get a high loader to get his golf cart out of the tree. One day, Jose came out of his house and he heard Seth going, help! Help! He said, where that coming from? Seth had wrecked his golf cart in the lake. It was on top of him, and he was going to drown. It was terrible. Seth wants a gator. All right, when we come back, I'm going to head to court to try a case. And John Bick, TC, and Alex, and Sensible Don is in the big chair on Real Talk 1160.
there's one
Hey,
behind computers,
guess what?
isn't it?
This is Sensible Don in for the Bulldog with my sidekick, Alex.
Hello.
Now, she doesn't have a sidekick yet, but we're working on that. But the problem is, Alex always wants to be alone. She wants to be the star of the show. Right now, she is the star of the show. We will talk about a lot of things the Bulldog don't talk about because the Bulldog talks about the Bulldog.
Yes, he does.
Is that not right?
He's very good about talking about himself.
But you have to understand when you sit in the seat, your ego kind of builds.
Yeah?
And
Is it building,
Yeah,
Don?
it's building. You
I
might
can see
fall
the
out.
flow.
I know, I
just-
know.
Look at that. I just kind of.
He's plotting.
I kind of float when you get over here.
Yeah.
That ego just grabs hold of you, TC. So it's not the Bulldog's fault, is it? It's not the Bulldog's fault at all. John, how you doing?
I'm doing good, Sensible Don, myself.
Oh, so far so good. And the automobile industry is doing good for you. They're making cars that you can fix.
It is doing good. We got a lot of action from the Bulldog Nation, people coming in and giving us opportunity to show them what we can do. It's been great.
There's nothing that you can't take care of. Is that right?
We can do everything. We have a full-service collision center. We have a full-service mechanical shop. And then, of course, we sell automobiles, and we can get them basically anything we want, anything they want if we don't have it. So.
And we got one thing that Alex would identify with. When the females come in, you take care of them, don't you?
Do ya?
We like females, yes, because we're smart enough to know they are the decision makers, not the guys.
Absolutely. Do you think women are worse drivers?
Yes.
Yeah.
I
do
can't
too.
lie about that one.
I do too.
Well, I train people that drive buses. My experience is the women are the better drivers.
Really?
Oh, absolutely. When
Okay.
the first female that I broke in the first female they hired at Queen City Metro. I was her instructor. She was excellent.
Yeah.
The young lady did an
I
excellent
think we're
job.
more cautious, but
Yeah,
when
absolutely.
something happens on the road that
Yeah.
we need to act quickly, I think we freak out a
Yeah,
little
well,
bit more.
yeah, because I had one to freak out on me because this was kind of funny. I don't know if I can mention it on Metro. I'm sorry if I mess up, but this is public information. The young girl was talking to the dispatch on the radio, and she was complaining about her bicycle rack. You know, we have a bicycle rack on the bus, in front of the bus. And all of a sudden we hear this scream. Oh, my God. The driver's screaming. She's ran over the guy. Just trying to
He
get
was
his-
still putting his bike on?
Trying to get his bike
Oh
off the
my God.
bicycle rack. But nobody was hurt.
No one was hurt,
It
okay.
knocked him down. He jumped up. There he is. He's okay. He's okay.
Oh,
Did they
she learned
keep
her
her? Did
lesson,
she get
though.
to still work there?
No, she can stay there. You know, accident's an accident, and they understand that you will have accidents. You just can't continue to have accidents like the people painting your cars over there.
Yeah.
If they come out blue when they're supposed to be red,
Yeah.
one or two times a day, hey, guy, you got to get you out of there. You
Yeah.
can't see.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he'd be gone.
He'll be gone real quick. He'll be gone real quick. Now, yesterday we mentioned the fact that it's 14 inches of snow in Cordova, Alaska. Got
Wow.
that? Okay, now people say, oh, it's a lot of snow up here. Somebody explain to me, when you go to Florida, what do you look for? Sunshine.
Sunshine.
Have you ever heard about that? There's too much sunshine down
No.
there? When you go to Alaska, what do you look for, John?
Snow.
I know.
So,
What do they want?
What's the problem? Call the National Guard because it's snowing. Explain to me. You know what? Alaska used to be the last frontier. The brave, the ones that really want to find out what adventure's about, they go to Alaska. Then it starts snowing, they start crying. Answer this for me. What has happened to America?
I know.
There's somebody
Move to
think-
Florida if you want some sunshine.
Thank you very
Exactly.
much. Thank you very much. I just like what it's 18 inches, and guess what, folks? It's going to snow another 4 inches a night. I'm sorry, 9 inches, feet.
Yeah,
Feet.
they had 18 feet.
In
Feet,
Alaska.
feet.
Oh
Let's
my God.
clarify.
Okay.
In Alaska.
It's not coming
Yeah,
here.
not in
better
Cincinnati.
now.
Wait, hold. It's only an inch coming here, and that will shut this city down.
I know.
Oh, we
I know.
can't handle that.
Absolutely.
Go to the store now, and they're lined
And
up
you'll
to
meet
get the bread.
thousands of other people there going to the store.
And green water will be there.
Oh, yeah.
it
Plenty
be
of
on
green
the
water.
shelf. And what kind of quick is that?
Oh, at Queen Kick.
Queen Kick.
Available at Queen Kick.
And that's located where?
Now, by the way, a sensible Don and TC and Alex, I want to thank you for. I heard that you guys were looking for a spokesman for your green water product. Well, you know, I was getting ready for work this morning, and my wife Joy says to me, "Hey, idiot, what are you doing? You retired." And I forgot that I'd retired. So she's thinking right away, assisted living for this guy. So anyway, I'm thinking to myself, I'd like a cup of coffee. So I have Joy pour me a cup of coffee in my favorite coffee mug. I hate the coffee mug, but it's my favorite coffee that goes in the mug, you see. And I was thinking I could tell you my testimonial about my experience with green water. What was I talking about again?
Let's go back to green water.
Oh, yeah. So anyway, the punchline is this. So I gave that Pollyanna candy ass Kathy Lee some green water, and now she's gone. Thank you, green water.
Green water did it for him.
Yes, it did. Unfortunately, Kelly likes that stuff.
Does Kelly love it?
That's why I quit.
Is it the chunky part in it that she loves?
Yes, it is.
Okay, Alex, we were talking about a couple of things earlier, and you have a little list there in front of you.
I do. I have a little bit of a list.
When they say, I'm not like Bulldog, we let you talk here.
Oh, well, thank you. I know.
We
And
let John
I want to
talk
bring
about
up a
it.
topic that that Bulldog never brings up. This Obama's prolonged detention.
Yes.
Yeah, I want to
and
talk about
why
that.
doesn't he talk about that, I wonder?
I don't know. Maybe he agrees with it. I think it's terrifying.
Hey, wait a minute. Say that again.
I think Bulldog might agree with the
With
prolonged
that,
detention.
and he is a Republican.
He is.
Is that not?
He is,
And,
yes.
and they blaming Obama for
blaming Obama.
But guess what?
What?
All the Republicans voted to lock us up.
I know they all. It's really scary.
Isn't
It's
it-
really
isn't it?
America should be afraid.
Absolutely. And guess what? If some Republican goes to John's shop to get his car taken care of, and John don't do exactly what he wants to, guess what? The man's coming in a black suit. You going to jail. And you talk
I
about
know.
a trial. They don't happen.
They
in
don't.
this case.
They'll lock people up without a trial, without charges, without convictions.
This
It's
makes no
terrifying
sense.
for indefinite.
It's one thing that I truly believe in this country, and that is the Constitution.
Yeah.
The Constitution has got me here and the things that I've done in this
Yes.
because now it might be misused here and there, but it has worked for the majority of the people in this country. And guess what? People don't realize this, but we live the best place on earth. The best place on earth.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And another thing Bulldog don't do that we're going to do this morning, we have a phone number here, people. In fact, we have lines, and we have a number, 513-579-1160 if you want to talk to Alex.
Yeah.
I'm sure you want to talk to Alex. If you want to talk to John, I don't know about John. And if you want to talk to me. Yeah. And we got a guy taking pictures. If you want to talk
We
to
do.
him.
If you want to talk to him, we'll give him a mic.
And guess what? You got to get by TC. Now, you can't call here crazy. Now, I listened to a show one day, and there's had this woman calling in, and she was having a problem with the Israel some kind of lights. In other words, a black Jewish group. And she don't like them. So what she did was we invited one of them up to her house. And when he came up to the house, she had this book for him. So she told the guy, wait right here, I'm going in the bedroom to get the book. When she came out the bedroom with the book, she had taken all her clothes off. So the guy ran. Of course, John would have ran too because, you see, she set me up for a rape charge, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely. So the guy ran. But the moral of the story is that she said to the judge that, guess what? He sent me telepathic information to take my clothes off. His fault.
Oh my! I've never heard that before.
Really?
No, that's insane.
I'm telling you, that's some folks out there that would
Telepathic.
do it.
God, if that only worked, right? Men would be sending them all the time. To
You don't
people.
believe that works? Oh, come on, Alex.
I'm not a believer. No.
You're not believing? Because guess what? I'm sitting across the room. And my wife say you got to get up and clean the bathroom, and she don't have to say it.
Absolutely.
No.
That's right. It does work, doesn't it? Yeah.
Trying to tell you that.
I'm gonna start doing that.
Oh, you start trying that because John will tell you, does it not work?
It works. I get those messages all the time.
And that's be a perfect football game on. It's coming down the last 2 minutes, and they going down the field, yard after yard after yard, and then all of a sudden they hit you. I got to go clean the bathroom.
Where'd that thought come from?
John is my witness of that.
Yeah, well, I can tell you my wife, if she's listening, would be saying, he don't clean any bathrooms.
Yeah, she's thinking this works. What? No, it doesn't.
We got our first call coming in, TC. Guess what?
Yes.
I don't know how to work the telephone.
Uh-oh.
Simple process. You just hit that button and say, Prankster, you're on Real Talk 1160.
Which button?
The flashing button
The
here?
flashing button with the yellow sign next to it?
Yes.
Hello.
Hey, Prankster, do you hear me?
Yes, I do.
You sure now? How you doing, guy?
How you doing?
You got something witty and wise to say to Sensible Don, Alex, and
Well,
John?
I was told to be maybe. Am I going to be serious? I was told, am I going to be serious?
Oh, you can be serious, Prankster.
Well, I
what,
really don't
guess
know.
What? The first hint is Prankster.
I know.
The bill that you're talking about.
Yes.
Yeah, this prolonged detention?
Yeah,
Yep.
there was one in Oklahoma back in the 1990s that was basically a test case for that in Oklahoma.
Oh, yeah?
I believe it's I think it's 1540 or something like that bill. House Bill 1540, I believe.
And?
I think so. Yes.
Yeah?
You could have to look it up.
Well, this is much more terrifying because this is on a federal level now. You're saying this was only in Oklahoma?
It was a test case there. They wanted to see how it worked.
And how did it work?
Well, I don't know. I mean, it was a test case. They put it through the government over there to see if it would pass, and it did pass.
And guess what, Prankster?
And then there's a bill. It's an MJ-12. Have you ever heard of MJ-12?
No, we haven't.
No.
You know,
Tell us about it.
Well, MJ-12 basically is a bill to it's the origin of identity. You know what an origin of identity is?
Origin of identity. They want to know where you're from and who you are.
Exactly. Yeah, and that's like a bill.
Well, Prankster, we'll talk about this when we come back, and we're glad that you sent us some information. I'm sure you got it from a real source. I don't know who your politician is, but I'm sure the information is correct. And right now we're going to take a short break and let TC control these mics and stuff around. Alex and John and I'll be right back on Real Talk 1160.
This portion of Bulldog Nation is brought to you by Green Water. Green Water. Talk show host Rick Wall drinks green water, and you can see it in his smile. And now back to the Bulldog sidekick and the sidekick.
Yes.
Well, okay, this is Sensible Don again, sitting in for the Bulldog. They didn't take us out of here this time. They tried to get John, but I refused to let him go. I got him by the feet. And my sidekick, Alex.
Yep. And listen to this. This is how controlling Eric is about his show. He's not even here, right?
He's not in the
Yep.
building.
He's sending me text message after text message telling us what to say, what to do.
He's in a
Guess
truck.
what, Eric? You're not here.
Yeah, thank you very much.
We're all going to
boss,
collectively turn off the cell phone.
we
I did just have to put it on silent.
We are doing this, and the number is 513-579-1160. And TC, we got a feel-good song?
Yes, we do. We have it's a feel-good combination theme song. I've got one for you and got one for Alex. We have a new one for Alex.
All right. I'm excited.
Are you excited?
If we can find it.
Have you lost it again, TC?
That's a loaded question.
Underneath your oatmeal.
Yeah.
Oh,
There we go.
Here you go. Here we go.
This is Sensible Don the bus driver.
Hey, bring it
This
on.
is your theme song?
Oh, that's my baby.
I love it. That's perfect.
When you hear that, you know Don's in the house.
Now, Bulldog's feeling good. That's his feel
Oh,
good.
he
know.
bouncing right.
Everyone's dancing in their car.
Now, feel good theme song number 2.
All right. You hear that?
Little Paul Simon, wake you up.
That's for Alex. You can call her
you can
out.
call me Al. My mom calls me Al. And when
right.
I told TC that the other day, he said, "Oh, I got the perfect song."
He wrote that
Light
song
bulb
on
went off.
Perfect.
Yeah, he
By the
wrote-
way, you can call in at 513-579-1160.
Yep.
And we are taking your calls this morning. Matter of fact, let's open it up to whatever's on your mind.
whatever's on your mind.
Whatever's on your mind. We
I
were
do-
just talking about Obama's prolonged detention. If you've got any more
Right.
comments on that, call on in.
And we do have, we've got a clip. I've got to find that. But go ahead. And you had some information you want to talk about while I find this clip for you.
About prolonged detention? More on that?
Yes.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's something that Obama put into practice, but the Republicans are behind it too. Imprisonment indefinitely for American citizens without charges, without convictions. I think people need to get pretty scared about this.
Absolutely.
Did you find that clip, TC?
Yeah.
All right. Wake up. It's scary. So this is like saying, let's say I don't want to vote for Obama. So he has every right now to imprison me for that.
And it's just not just Obama. People don't
Yeah,
understand.
it's more
the
people.
people that work for Obama and in his name take your freedom away from me, away from you. Guess what, people? There used to be a party like that. Let me think back. 1943 Germany, Nazi party.
Yes.
They did that.
I know.
And guess what? Anybody that they thought was a threat to them What did they do to him? They locked him up
Locked
into
him
a
up?
camp. They said, we're going to retrain you. We're going to make your mind work for us. Oh, you know what? It's not working. We're not retraining. So you know what we're going to do with you now? We're going to burn you. So what kind of nation are we falling into when we got the leader of this country and most of the people who we vote to take care of us voting to say, we are going to arrest you because we want to prevent you from doing what? They are declaring war against us.
Against us, it's a dictatorship.
Thank
King
you very
Obama
much.
and everybody else who
Thank
voted
you very
for this.
much. And it's absolutely
McCain
ridiculous.
voted for it too, so I can't just blame Obama.
But for people not to stand up and scream at the top of their lungs from point to point in this country saying this should not stand, nobody's saying anything. All these
know.
so-called people who want to run this country, Limbaugh, anybody else, no, the Republicans.
People aren't talking about it.
Nobody's saying anything
I
about
know.
it because somehow or another they think it's a good thing that this man has the power to get a power to another little group of people to come lock us up.
Yep. And I understand he wants to protect us, but I don't think this is the way to do it. And it's something that is not afforded by our Constitution. It's
Thank you
scary
very
stuff.
much. The Constitution was what I live back. John, what do you think? You got an opinion?
Well, I think that's exactly why Bulldog's talking about going with the guns, and I know how everybody feels about that. And you know, I know he's not advocating killing anybody, but it makes a statement that, hey, we're not going to take it. And obviously, trying to vote people in that are going to change things doesn't work.
It will work if we have people, that we voted enough people participate in this government and participate in the politics. We can get the right people in the right places to take care of us as far as the citizens of the United States. We cannot make any difference with a gun. A gun won't make any difference. Just the guy with the better gun is the guy that will be trying to suppress us.
Well, the problem is you got to get the people out of there that we have a limited selection. We can only select from the people that are up there for the party, right?
Right.
And they are the same type of politicians that we've been dealing with for years and years, both on the Democratic side and the Republican side. So even though you want to go out and vote and participate, you only get to choose from the people that are doing the same thing that's been going on for years and years.
Two parties is bad news. We want to talk to Suzanne on line one about what's going on in her opinion. Suzanne, are you listening to me? This is Sensible Don on Real Talks 1160.
Suzanne, you there?
Yes, I am.
I'm listening.
Well, the reason I wanted to make a comment is I have read that one of the stipulations for people who could be under scrutiny is having a week's worth or more of food supplies.
Right.
And last year, the Senate bill for the Food Safety Act it's written broadly enough that it could include your own personal gardens at home.
Oh, my
and
gosh.
I just kind of, you know, they say, oh, it will never be enforced that way, but I have friends who do organic gardening and, you know, they sell produce on the side. And when they read that, they said, you know, they could come in and regulate how we raise our eggs, produce food, and even can it.
Right. You think about this, Suzanne. The people say, well, there are laws on the book, they won't be enforced. If there's somebody that want to further their agenda by destroying you, they will do that.
My very liberal friends are just as concerned about this as I am, and I said, maybe you're not liberal, maybe you're just an independent thinker.
Well, the fact is, being an independent thinker is a good thing. You need to get rid of people who want to destroy you.
But you know what? For a lot of people, that's considered very
radical.
Not even just radical. Some people are very threatened when they see that somebody's willing to be an independent thinker and accept other people who think differently from them. For some people, that is more of a challenge than they seem to be up to.
And I agree.
And that's all I have to say.
Okay, and we appreciate your call.
Thank you, Suzanne.
And I've had the same problem in my life because I am an independent thinker. I think for Don. And if you could fall in with me, fine. If you can't, hey, I'm sorry. I'll see you later.
Yep.
But the fact is, you have to be able to think for yourself, do for yourself, and be responsible for what you do. So we got another call real quick. We got time for this, TC? We got time to talk to Joe. Joe, how you doing? Joe, can you hear me?
I'm doing just fine, Sensible Don. I met you guys down at Tickets last month. I was the guy talking about the Fort Chaplain service.
Hi, Joe. I remember you. Yeah.
Hi, Alex. Good morning, Alex.
Morning, Joe.
You were the guy that recognized me. You picked me out of the crowd. And we want to talk about how you did that.
And I wanted to wait. I had to see for myself if TC was really black, but he didn't show up, so I still don't know.
And I told you he was the same color as you.
I was there. I was there. You just couldn't tell.
That's right. You couldn't tell, Joe.
I just want to say one little poem. It's 8 lines long, but it's a real good poem, so just listen.
Okay.
Would you please?
Yeah, go ahead, Joe.
It's about the military and stuff. in times of war, but not before, God and the soldiers we adore. When the wars are over and all things have been righted, God gets forgotten and the soldiers get slighted.
Agreed. Agreed
Yeah.
100%. It happens.
Yeah.
It happens after every war. You just throw them to the side and forget about them.
And forget about them, yeah.
I love you guys. I love your show. And Alex, you're wonderful.
Oh, thanks, Joe. I've told that story to other people about your 4 chaplains. You
Yeah.
should tell that story. I like that story, Joe.
Oh, about the
Yeah, if
four-
you've got a short version of it.
Yeah, a troop ship was sunk, torpedoed at 2 o'clock in the morning, and all the people were running around in panic trying to get off and find their life preservers and this and that and the other. And there was 4 chaplains on board, and they each had life preservers, but each one took their life preserver off and gave it to a soldier. So perhaps they could be saved.
Mm-hmm.
And all 4 chaplains went down with the ship holding hands and praying.
A selfless act.
But I'll send you some information on that. That's not coming up until next month, but I'll send you the information.
Okay.
We appreciate that,
Thanks, Joe.
And guess what? We appreciate your call also. And guess what? We got to go on break again. Why would we have to? Let's run the show. Forget about the people that pays for the show.
Hey, he's sitting right over there.
I forgot he was sitting there.
We will take a few more calls here. This is the Bulldog Show with Sidekick and Sidekick.
Yep.
513-579-1160 on Real Talk 1160. Remember, if you miss your daily dose of radio superbity, not to worry. You can catch podcasts of Bulldog Nation. They're up and running on realtalk1160.com. And now, back to the Bulldog Sidekick and the Sidekick.
Guess what? I'm back again. This is Sensible Don in for Eric Bulldog Deters. This is Real Talk 1160. And so far, we've been doing pretty good. We haven't got criticized by too many people. We've taken more calls than Eric's taken since he's been at the station. And anybody that want to take a call us is 513-579-1160. Get with us. We'll talk about anything and everything. And guess what? I got a smart young lady sitting across from me. She got the answers to everything.
I don't know about that. Putting on the spot here.
And the guy sitting next to her, he could BS himself through anything.
Yes, sir.
And fix your car. Ron Big from
Yeah.
Rob Key sitting in with us. He's our regular Thursday now.
Yes, and I am having a lot of fun doing it.
We got to come up with some good theme music for you.
Yeah.
I like to have some theme music. Yeah.
What can we use? I mean, it's something motor related. We'll come up with something.
Chuck Berry.
Riding around in my automobile.
That's right. Chuck
Oh, I
Berry.
like that.
Hey.
There you
Chuck
go.
Berry be
Could be
one.
good.
Ain't no doubt about that.
I saw this thing on Yahoo News about a woman who paid $50,000 to have her pet cloned.
Wow.
Would you?
No.
That might work
No.
for Bulldog needs a new best friend. Maybe you could clone his old
That's
best
true,
friend.
yeah. He did break up with that one guy.
Would you pay that kind of money or would you just go through the grief process, mourn the loss of your pet?
$50,000? Is that what?
$50,000.
$50,000.
Yeah, I
No
think
way.
I'd get over it pretty quick.
Yeah.
I love my puppy. When
Yeah.
my last 2 died, I cried, but I guarantee you ain't no 50K going
Yeah.
in no
No,
plum.
you know
No.
what fixes a broken heart when your pet dies?
What's
you
that?
get another pet.
Thank you very much. Exactly what I did.
Yeah.
When I got Sophie, my favorite person.
Yeah.
My
You'll
favorite
fall in
person.
love again.
Yes. We were talking about Obama and his new law, and actually we're talking about the government of the United States, the House and the Senate. There's 535 people up there in the House and the Senate that's helping to destroy us as Americans.
It's scary. Wake up, America.
Yeah,
It's terrifying.
and to point out how laws can really affect you folks, and you think, well, they won't do. Yes, they will. We have an officer at one place over here. Actually, he's a police chief. I don't have his name because I don't have the paperwork in front of me. Alex lost it. Of course,
Sidekick gets blamed for everything.
but the fact is, from memory, the guy would arrest people, drunks in his city, and take them down to Kentucky in no man's land and just drop them off. This is what happens when you get unrestricted power. Alex and I had this conversation. When once people get unrestricted power, they feel they could do anything and everything to you. If they feel they are right, they will destroy you, even though there's a laws against it.
Yep. Absolute power corrupts absolutely. Isn't that what you guys said?
And I agree with that 100%. We have a caller, don't we, TC?
We do. We have Buckeye Mike on the line.
Hey, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I almost said just
Morning.
gentlemen. Sorry, Alex.
I'm here. Hi, Buckeye Mike.
We want to forget you in there. It's a great day to be a Buckeye, everybody. Hey,
Absolutely.
you were talking about Hostess Cakes yesterday, filing from Chapter 13 or whatever.
Yeah, there's chapter
11.
Chapter 11.
Okay.
Yeah.
Actually, for them, it's their second time, so it's really Chapter 22.
They reorganize and they donuts.
You know, back in the day, in the old day, and I used to work there. That's how I worked my way through school. Let me tell you how it used to have a place right down on Richmond Street, which is about 2 blocks from where you guys are.
Yeah, I live down there.
Right, and they made the orange cupcakes first in the morning.
Right,
And after that, they made the chocolate cupcakes because they were in the same type pan.
right.
After they'd done with chocolate cupcakes, they made the snowballs. The snowballs are the exact same cupcakes as the chocolate cakes, only they got the marshmallow and things on them.
Okay, yeah, got
And
that.
then after that, they made Suzy Q's.
Right, remember that?
And then they would start the whole line over by making Twinkies, about 600,000 a day.
And you guess what? Guess what, Buckeye Mike? I was that young black kid that was stealing those donuts.
Hey, well, I worked at the same time in there, I guess. But, you know, the one thing about the cakes is they used to have a 3-day shelf life. So it went on the shelf on Monday, had to come off on Thursday.
Right.
Now they're 3 weeks.
Yeah, and then
Really?
and
So
then
I
you
don't know
send
what's
it to-
inside them now, but it makes a cupcake last long. Back then it used to be cake and filling, and I have no idea what they put in them now.
Well, you go to the thrift shop after 3 days.
Yep.
In fact, I worked in the store where they would take that stuff out every other day.
Right.
Yeah.
The
Then-
rotation was so that tells you what's going on. They try to make the cakes aren't as good as they used to be. The wages have gone up to offset the cost, and that's what's going on here. Eventually, they can't make it. Hey, I got a green water commercial, I think, and to see if you guys like it.
Is that
All
okay
right.
with you, TC?
That's fine.
I mean,
I
you
wanna
stepping
hear
on
this.
his toes,
I was
Buckeye
going to
Mike.
give it to TC, but he didn't return my call the other day, so I had to do it for him. Ready?
Yeah, we're ready.
You ready?
Green water. It might kill you, but if you got to go anyway, why not go green? Is
Okay.
that all right?
Well, that's all right, Buckeye Mike, but I got something for you.
All right, guys.
One of the most insanely idiotic things
I love it.
considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it.
Hey, Mike, I can't give you all the credit. I was dumb when I walked in this morning. So,
All right, guys.
how is it that a Twinkie is able to survive a nuclear holocaust?
Well, that and cockroaches.
I mean,
yeah.
that's what I've heard. Seriously, is it the packaging or something about the Twinkie itself?
Right, it's something to do, and all it is sponge cake and cream.
Ugh.
You know, and that what's really what used to be funny is they used to make those little cakes that they put strawberries on.
Yeah.
We just used to take Twinkies; they'd already had the cream in them,
No,
and
that's
put the
right.
strawberries on top of them.
There you go.
We were poor, you know. We
Hey, see, I can identify with poor.
Strawberry
Okay, Alex,
shortcake.
you can't identify with poor, can you?
No, I
baby?
can't. I don't like
call,
Twinkies
Mike.
either.
all right, guys.
Thanks,
All right,
Mike. Take care.
Mike, we love you, guys.
Want to take another call, lady
Yeah.
and gentlemen?
We got time for Chip from Independence?
Yes.
Yes, sir. How are y'all this morning?
Chip,
Good.
how you? You're on Real Talk 1160.
I'm going to step on some toes. I got 1 point for Buckeye Mike. Don't forget, you can't spell lousy without OSU.
Oh, that's
That hurt.
fighting
That's
words.
painful.
Oh, cold-blooded.
All right, here's the serious question. As an employer, why do I have to pay unemployment insurance? And the reason I ask that question is, Don, you have to pay car insurance to drive a car.
True.
Why shouldn't an employee pay unemployment insurance, or at least a part of it? Because if they lose their job, then they insure themselves.
I agree with that. But you know how government works, Chip? If a politician could get something from that group that he's helping, then he will help him no matter what it does to you. Don't you understand that?
That's right. I'm the rich business owner,
That's
which
right.
means everybody gets paid before me.
That's
And
right.
guess, and
Exactly.
guess what, Chip? You got a dime. I got a nickel. I want that nickel from you because I want to have more than you.
Yeah.
And that's how this society works. And that's the problem with this society. Instead of just letting you earn yours and you go about your business and I earn mine and I go about my business, and those people who choose not to earn, let them starve to death.
Yep.
As far as I'm concerned.
Well,
They
you know,
hop in the wagon.
Chip's kind of got a point there. I mean, we get car insurance just in case
Right.
there's an accident.
Absolutely.
We'll get health insurance in case we get ill.
Right.
We should buy unemployment insurance just in case we become unemployed.
Chip, I'm on your
And if you
I'm on
pay
your
for more insurance, you get longer unemployment.
I'm on your side, Chip. I
Right,
can't argue
but
that point.
the government wants the business to pay for the guy that he doesn't want to keep employed, that doesn't deserve to be employed there
you very
because he's
much.
not doing his job. You let him go, and now you got to pay for his living.
Which makes no sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If the guy's
Doesn't make
not
any
doing
sense.
his
It's your fault he
job,
won't work.
if he's not doing his job, you out of here, guy. And that's if it's your business and you ran a business to make money for you and yours, and I'm going to pay this guy to do a job for me, and he's not doing the job, hey, you out of here. So
Okay, what about a situation where the guy is doing his job,
Right.
but for whatever reason, due to the economy, we just went through, the automobile industry went through its crisis, and the bank industry and that. Well, it's not John Bick's fault that somebody in Detroit made a bad management decision.
Exactly.
Nor is it that worker that he hired that's doing a good job, but someone has to get let go. Who pays the insurance then?
Right.
If John has a good employee, and this is a fact, I've watched it work, and I've worked in this society forever since I was 9 years old. If you're a good employee, John would do anything he can to keep you around.
Oh, absolutely.
And if he can't keep you around, guess what? He's going to want you back. So he will do whatever he can to keep you in mind, not burning that bridge because you want that guy back because he made money for you. Is that not right, John?
That's exactly right.
And
Exactly right. But he brings up a good point. The onus for paying unemployment insurance should not be on the business because
That's
it's,
right. I agree. I can't argue that point.
time and chance happens to everybody.
Chip, you're right again.
Thanks, Chip, for the call.
Have a great day.
And we
You
love
too.
you, guy. So what am I going to say now?
Well, we can switch topics to Haley Barber.
Oh, Haley Barber.
Haley Barber.
Your boy.
I know. I think this story is kind of crazy. Okay, Haley Barber, Republican. He released from Mississippi now, and he released 208 inmates, 14 convicted murderers, and he declines to comment on why. Isn't that weird?
No, it's not weird. He's a politician. Politicians don't do anything weird. That's normal for them.
It's not weird that he doesn't want to comment on it. It's weird that he would let all these people. Well, they did the same thing
But
in
he did
Kentucky.
it.
Yeah.
Same thing in Kentucky.
I know, but 14 murderers? They didn't
yeah,
do that in
doesn't
Kentucky.
make sense. No, not murderers. but-
All of us can understand the overcrowding situation.
Sure.
If you got a non-violent human being in jail, in fact, as far as I'm concerned, if you got a guy in jail for smoking pot, he should not be in jail. to
I
start
agree
off
with that.
You're talking about one of the poorest states in the country.
Yeah, and the dumbest state in the country. So
The dumbest?
Yeah, as far as education, they at the bottom.
Mississippi or Kentucky?
Mississippi.
Oh.
but the fact is, you are going to release murderers.
I know.
And guess what's going to happen? Somebody in that group is going to kill again.
Absolutely.
And we will finish this conversation when we get back, if I can share the Alex up for a minute. And this is Real Talk 1160. Down in for the Bulldog.
And we'll get to do this again tomorrow, right?
Oh, absolutely.
We'll have an
Again
extra hour tomorrow as well.
But my girl is
Not me.
running
I'm
out.
going to Chicago.
Yeah,
You guys have
That's
fun.
Chicago.
Yeah, I
Well,
can't
enjoy your
believe
trip.
Yeah, thanks.
Thanks for listening
Real
this
Talk
morning.
1160.
Laura Ingram coming up next.